What is going on, guys? So today actually marks the 1 month of having Jaja. Now that went quick. We have done so much in that time. Not so much for the tank, but around the house. So the last 2 months has been incredibly hectic for us. That's why the wall hasn't been finished yet. But Jaja is doing good. He is in here. There is 4 other fish in here. There is 2 orange goldfish and 2 little white ones. I don't know where the other little white one is. He was swimming around there. Now we are having problems because of the sun. I have been using this board to protect the tank, but it hasn't been doing a super duper good job. Also, the fact that the tank is so deep, it's almost impossible to clean. Let me just turn the light on. Alright, because it's so bright outside, I turned the light on. I don't know if that's actually going to make a difference for you guys, but you can see the water level dropped because I added a new filter on it. I was supposed to top it up yesterday. I took some water out and I had all intention to top it up, but I think we're going to top it up now. Oh yeah, there they are. So from here to about here is clean, and the rest of it is absolutely dirty because I did not keep up with it. So let's go around the back of it and have a quick squiz. Because of the light situation on the inside, it is way clearer. You can clearly see that it is super duper green, but it's clear up here. The water condition isn't bad. This is all just on the walls of the glass. There is a little bit of it in the water, and that's what the UV filter was for. And yesterday when I was explaining to my mate how UV filters work, I never really looked into whether or not you have them on the outlet or the inlet. And I have a feeling that you're supposed to have it on the inlet, not the outlet. And I'm pretty upset that nobody told me that I messed that one up. I'm not sure whether or not it makes a difference, but that's something I'll have a look into. Actually, most likely somebody's going to tell me that I'm an idiot, and that yeah, that I was wrong, and that is wrong, and it should be on the inlet because that is the outlet. So the water comes in through that one down the bottom into this one, the little one there, pumped up through there and into it. So that is off at the moment because I have this one now, which has the UV inside of it, and yeah, so that's going to be a little bit friendlier. I think they're a couple of watt, like it's like an 8 watt or something. That's 25 watts, so that's a little bit too big, and maybe the reason why it wasn't working well, I mean, it worked incredibly well, but I feel like it could have worked a little bit better is because of having the flow on the wrong side. Also, I had a problem with, I used this timer, and we've been having heaps of blackouts. So all my timers that are like these ones that need power to continue keeping the time, they've all messed up and they're all well out. Like my lizard lights were staying on till like 9 o'clock because we had like 3 different blackouts now. But I did pick up a giant generator, and now I just got to get a point that I can wire it into the house. And yeah, but I just thought I'd get in and show you guys how Jaja's doing. These what are they? The the short name for it is Vellacenaria. I don't remember. And some people call it jungle Val, but this is, I'm pretty sure that this isn't jungle Val. This is slightly different, but it's the same sort of thing. But the idea with this tank was to grow these and get them to come all the way up to the top here. which would look absolutely mint with a few little fish in it. And eventually, look, I don't know if this tank is staying here. It's got a pretty permanent wall for it to sit in if it is going to stay here, but I might bring it back and the enclosure out to here. Well, the enclose it out around here and down there, put a little sump in it, so huge filtration where I don't actually have to do too much work for this tank, and then heat it, because the front panel over there, I've said it a few times, this is 50 mil thick. Like, this is not tiny. If anyone knows what these bottles are, which I highly do not recommend tucking this in your tank if you've got an algae problem, because it made it way worse. But I mean, I'm not even really fussed about the algae at the moment. I'm more happy for it to become established, get really dirty, this vellus grow all the way to the top of the tank, and then I'll sort out the algae problem. But this bottle, these are the 250 ml bottles, is literally as thick as the tank. So that is huge. That's 50 ml thick. The bottom's 75 ml thick, and I'm pretty sure like everything around the top's 50 ml thick. So I've been advised that acrylic is way better at, but man, I had a whole thing worked out there and I completely messed it up. Anyway, acrylic is way better at holding warmth than glass. So the 50 ml thick acrylic at the front, if I seal all of that around and heat this, having that display there will not make a difference. Well, it will make a difference being outside, but the difference between acrylic and glass is that the glass will release heat a lot quicker, whereas the acrylic, it's also 50 ml thick, won't release it as quick. Also on the outside, I'm probably going to put a sliding rail door over it, so you know, if we are moving stuff around it and it is getting too much sun, I can close it off, and that just sort of keeps it all nice and confined. But yeah, that is the 1 month update on the tank. These things are actually growing. I was super nervous at the start about the lighting conditions and that not growing, but I mean, it's doing good. And yeah, it's running the 2 filters at the moment. I'm about to pull that one off in a couple of days, and yeah, and I'll just leave this one running, and then I've got to convince myself into drilling inlet and an outlet. So I'm probably going to drill an outlet down, further down, or maybe up the top, and then just run the pipe down, and then have the inlet on the other side, which will probably just pump up and over the top. So that way I only have to drill 1 hole in there, because I am super nervous on drilling it, because if anyone knows, acrylic tanks are very expensive. Fortunately, this one didn't cost me much at all, just my back. So yeah, that is the 1 month update on Jaja's tank. For those of you who don't know Jaja, I will show a photo of what he was in before he came to me. And yes, I still have the jar. This is Jaja's old home, and Jaja's new home, and Jaja's new friends. So I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Yeah, if you want to follow along with Jaja, there will be updates soon. He might not be in this tank forever. We might do something else with this tank, something a little bit fancier, but Jaja was a spare of the moment. Let's go save him from a jar and give him this tank because it was a spare tank. Alright guys, take it easy, stay awesome, and remember, you can't fail if you try. See you later.